and so Akwakoppie ye senior high school Jumedie. Apostle Mwakwa. Reverend, you have a holiday.
Ready Addo.
There is a mias and you mboko.
Ready Addo.
Na anope. About to say the Kobo. And then by senior high school problems are hold and say challenges are hold more and more. It's a feeding aspect and they are to die.
You present fan share Kusi-Appiah Danquah Akuffo and I mean transit to the attention. A banning seems to Anna Areho, not the two. Yes, and Samson Yami won't be brave because I can't want some. You see, a mamu and your mind to life in itself must be intentional. So, Nipa would do what you need to say, really, and person here, they may ye. But I can't say, Ghana and I, Timono. Yamamu not creating Yambetre. Yambetre Republic. What I say? We are not making things intentional. So you near brace, yes, we are not planning. And you see, there's a time that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. So why yes, she say yeah, who the old person we are, they be over feel. Now watch it. I buy this, she say yeah, you know, so say free SHS. At least more of one come on by we kind of can that's what I say. It's a school and some because I want to make I buy some baby. Are you good? But question is, she said, "Even if you go a crime, yes, because near can, they know moody. I don't know me can't see me." And Sassy, you that northern region, so what called that we am so. You get right so home, and Sassy that a table by mountain, oh, I'm quite so crazy. You are Sassy go on. You were a nipper, a big client, and the prisoners go. As I buy, she said, why? So that's all these places, no. You can even build a small prison and make it just for more. Come here 3 to 6 months. You put them there. Over 120 acres of land. And see a dear bro, I want to I'm not going to try about mine, no. Because with the way if you don't 3 times a day. Omundia, Okonode region, what just has between acres. Your dear rights, you have to make things intentional. When you say, oh, plan, we be. What I say. Here, no zoom line across our home, no, the mapra. No, a Jenipabia or Jiniska. Or no, your prisoner, you're profiling the neighbor in the name of a private company. No, yeah, you just come a private company, no. Question is, our mind is 7 years, you know. It's you'll be dient, no. We are not making any effort to ensure, say, we are doing the right thing. Now, that's Ghana, say, your previous son. Yeah, the papa name. Yeah, say your papa and Tria, and Antoswa, and can you be do a marry? When you're saying, I give you here, Eddie Addo, every day they plan for food and jobs by Yamaking. Plan for food and job cutting, say plants na ye, jobs na ye, no, I Greek minister, and I'm not sure into boot agency, the billboard, say president, Eddie, and so I'm paying 20 minutes. Or say, Sassam no, and no crack. Na Adofobia and a yes, idea no, a day a man. Nti say ye kasa on na no sisi billboard no enti o mampanyin na Addo Danquah Akuffo Addo person kire say abrabo na say enhyehyede agric minister to odi enti ekoye asoman Ghana a eletimi mi busa eno de eno no wo ho eno no wo ho point but me idea as to say wo sisi billboard na ma me busa asem politicians no hyehyeye yenya FBA nominations Emma wo ma bond Emma fa form no we compete with sanction. And most of them now the churches because I don't phone here. So I don't expect to come and say anything different. We know the politicians. What they say, we're not your friends of so and so, friends of so and so only was on the church. But per their constitution almost said, you know, who you any my nomination. So hope it's now I say we not the tracks on your mass now, what did you to you better front file. And I'm not surprised what I say, no, and I go who was first on the was out. So the American best saying is a free such and I mean say a Ghanaian shorter. Now my brother can say na you comes for you. The problem is not about those who cook the food though. The problem, the food items are not there. The caterers are there. They are ready to cook. The problem is all those to cook. So that it is a home across for the issue. The point is the food is not even there to cook. What I say? So whether the bakery is there or not, the flour is not there. The sugar is not there. What I say? So the point is, it's a shame. So as a man Ghana make can say your problem will be one. Now can you be an say be to do what you but abani and shall the tank I said, who share or be Dangote was made. You show intentionally. Near for politics from but that's my serious call. Shebibuaha and Kabandi plan for food and jobs by now. Yes, say with him. Muamu dobi dada, Hana de American, Muamu dobi dada. Monya then will be out of 100 acres. Yeah, one more, they across 300 acres. 1 out of 500 acres, yeah, 1 more, they say, but I buy the foot soldiers. Obi ase bi won so sika nkrada near the sika man so on concrete plan for food and job. Yes, and so on. Anyway, ye win and another mamwe. They gave it to 4 soldiers. They gave to people who are not even agree. Omunya dwumampo, omun no omunya hwe. All because ya bamu dey see it create avenue man ko fonye skadie. Ye near dey bu omom dada center poultry pharmacy. Who we are when yanko say, yes, support one more pejama ko say. But politics are cut any. I'm a only party card, Nanado Mamum, Yamo Jumanye. This is our problem. So we have problem the fundamentals. It's wrong and it's weak. So a mum one of your soul is you're so selfish. Yes, should you bet me? Name will be such a party card when Nanka would need good initiative to say Basset plan for truth and job. Not in the same regime, a Gianna to me in court, a school one. You should be ashamed of yourself as even a government. What does a new one and Guasiamam? So what was say? Me this way our bones are funny. You plan for food, and now it's obvious. Say a general craving honum. What does one make come see? You may name us or mine. You politics and free some of this is move. Now you ensure that those who can do the job are being called upon. A bit do right so. A bit do. When you say no more Ghana, be brave Doria on the Nigeria.
Yeah.
As a bike run, you need factories are part of rice, and more processing.
And you believe, say, Nigeria rice project must start or more chassis or more year is a Ghanaian. Yes, because you know, almost something we ever say importation of rice, Omatum. And now the woman would do who assurance and yeah, so imagine say my boy, our boss are planning for food and job. What's the factory bakumpo? Our northern region. Creating the rights, no door, your fabra as a government, ready market may palm hours. Do you know the number of people who will encourage? Because you know, your business and you rule Muhammad, okay, anybody do your crown to even go and process the rice, no, because private companies and maybe or one top of it, or do that, we need funds at metal. Now we move with them. Meanwhile, what dog or bubble in bank at the bed, you can't even process it and get your money. The government is not helping. I'm not saying the doors. Sometimes we understand emotional because I know as a movie, they are not able. But I can force you to another, maybe more. I'm one I know. Yeah, dear Bakuan, I send another Baba Mother can say, if you see a good say it's a cow. So the same people among one eye. Well, yeah, a goat, no, and a cow, no, boy, brought out of proportion and apply for food and dog. Where is the evidence of the planting for 6 years or 5 years in government? Where is the planting for the food and jobs? And they need to come out, senior says, one more money, no, okay, Reverend Medase Bebre, so the Audi Ababitchamu, say, or minor, Yama Yenimre, Niamfa, and Yama in Wakim, Nafi, Yenye, and Yama E. You go so I to your come chicken, so now you call the Daily Statesman, Nahe, and somewhere a chagu, or say $450 million inland port industrial park project begins. A year of Mampagina Big His Excellency Mahmoud Baumia and a Wakate sought for an inland port. I also a beboa ama ubia tema ubia Accra a once and some no so etimi echa. This is a project a beboa. Is it the right time? And I say project need a time bia is the good time a bit me aye na bibia and so akoso. Not forgetting say you were Joso Buankra inland porter. And on the Cabra Baba to Abaya 2020 no. Mampanyi ko ho me kododo ho afi prapra ho nyina twa billboard ni adisi ho and okọ billboard na so akwakwa de bi na tutumu ntokuro da so si ho ye ni sa ne ma we nyina enso ekọ eso ewo Ghana inland port
me that's super yeah I think say me can say one problem I wo governance structure is say we have very good policies and we are able to say them and make them popular. But we don't know how to implement them. And that is the reason why a lot of projects have become a car.
Yeah.
So you realize that we are talking about housing deficit, but houses are buying this ikako shemwa, eye loans are, edaho, and one banfaswo, say see a bet, we will spend even more than twice
the original
amount to even put it in shape. And even those who are supposed to benefit will not even benefit from it.
Yeah.
And it's because the people in leadership, the word selflessness and integrity has a problem. And unfortunately, normally those at the top, they have good intention. But those to support have problem. And it's because their focus is not on what will be done to the citizens to benefit, but what they will benefit first. You know, one of the challenges that Professor Mills had was some of this. When people, even in his own government, want to force him to destroy some businesses that were supposed to be
of benefit to the people.
Of benefit to the people. Meanwhile, because those people belong to opposition parties. And he has to categorically sometimes come out to say it, that he will not do what they are. And even people are even forcing him that, take your opponent on. So the kind of foresight our leadership brings to us enables the followers to also think through that way. And so anything that is being done, the interest is on, one, the party benefiting, and then at the end of the day, after the party benefit, then the rest. So you realize that no government will come to power and go and give job to opponents to do. So definitely he will look for his party foot soldiers. He will look for his party people. Grassroots people. Because at the end of the day, they brought you to power. Constituency executives. And it is not their fault. The reason is that when they were campaigning, because of what you said, now when you come to power, you must let us gain. But if we can gather the courage to enable the right people take the lead so that they can pull the grassroots along. But when you enable the grassroots to take the lead who have no experience capacity, and they are rather pulling the people with the experience along, there will be a big fight and a big gap because the knowledge gap is huge, the experience gap is huge, and so the person who is leading you is telling you to do something against what you know that is the right thing. Other than that, we wouldn't have got it. So this port project is very good to build ports. There's nothing wrong with it. But you see, like you indicated, we cut short for others. They have not started yet.
We have put in money there too.
We are putting, exactly.
Buildings were high. It started way back in 2000.
Good. So the question is that what is the motivation then for this? Because if you have, you see, the country, we've got to a stage where the country must be run like a corporate institution, where we set priorities right. You've put money in another project. You've not even started yet. And you are saying you are going to do a similar one. So the question is that the money that you are going to put into this and the one that you left, is it that you no more go there? Other than that, it will also be left somewhere. It will not be completed. Another government will come. And like we all know, recycle, they will make sure they will investigate. By the time they finish investigating, it has stopped. Then they also bring a new company to come and also start. They will not finish. They will leave power. Another person will come. So always we have costs sitting down. And generations to generations will come and they will be paying debt. They will be paying debt. So whilst our revenue is increasing, we are using to pay debt. So I think that we need to have a deliberate intention of creating a crop of leaders that will come and focus on Ghana so that at least they will think of how to make Ghana successful, economically good for everybody to benefit from the pool rather than a few. Because right now, where we are in now, what we are in now, in fact, may God help us.
Eddie, pa, Mate, Medase, Papa, my heard the same daily statement.
I think it's my main trouble. My main trouble, we see a jumping force in Tranamdo, the same crime. Into a year inland port, be work, Masse. Buankra, and I just Buankra. Now ye be on the raging, can you hear more? Being painful crowns so trust I will trouble Booby says, one on credit in my ya. And some trebling could get in Kukum. And she said, we're President Kufu and the best I say Buankra. Imagine, on Okra for 2008. With the year 2000, you ever saw Catholic Soccer 2008. How many years now? Projects no at the Honomwa. Now, another boy, you know, time with 2 full picture, and then the picture of the billboard. So, no mu ye dede wo ho ye be osan ko kate so bio eno mo kodo do ho kakra ye de boka clear do ye nya adwuma ketewa ya koya wi akokate so da wi otumfo de akire ko bi am ye kokate so da ye se nya atoa mada adani wura e da so da ho tieni pa na na me trust of say Ghana ye me ni bre me this year NPP NDC ene imade party card no ye me ni amra nkasa madana fo adwene asesa ibewu amani mpija why because politicians some system am creature to anything so wo na wo so when me mudin president Kufuor na be kate so meboa o se ye mane da hwa aban ye obai se no na ndo be du se professor Mess by one to so papa mahama ba kwa du yin to nchen na ndo be was ma be kate so e da ho ni dia kwaye se na 2008 no na project ni 10 million na ye mane da hwa e be du 2022 ya ye wumi na dan bi ya 50 million. Send bonus being a day, that is system creature tool. And in time, baby free, so be bar so of more to all projects. You bet from in soon a day, in Suabona because do no more contract now against what this kind of area. It's a banner met was a mini. That's a selfish mindset on the Buadi. And all of them, me will be in film because they're all showing it. This is a system of market chat because I one time went to some of these assemblies. I was worried. So I done a project also, Mujai, and somebody now hinted me, look, this is a system of marketing. Because on my account, they know how much they charge for all these things. It's a me banner with the Madiba, yeah, standing Yashini, to see me Jai to them. It's really interesting to be so passionate, especially when it comes to Addo, because we expected this man to come and change the narration. And unfortunately, he has failed in that direction, miserably. Because the way that Danquah Akuffo was at the count. Opam Obaya was failing Ghana for Pan. Look at the rate and even the massive support Ghana for the man. Abai ever in the Fourth Republic, check President Kufuor, Major the winning. Even in 2008, on one and Addo Namu, now when you had just 21,000 votes, no, they're winning. And when you and I'm said they just have 100,000 votes the winning. On no pan when you're sitting president too, on no Obama. President Moss is just 100,000 votes in winning. Now, when Addo over 2016, you came with a massive margin of almost 1 million votes. Every year, I would be to a whole sitting president. Watch it all. So you can see, sir, the kind of hopes that Ghana for Nyama Papa Weno, Yema will be as a support from Ghana had. ABC, we can take the records. Why? Because you show with him there anywhere will pass near man why year about them running to say and in some of the found said who they also shock corruption so and now pony poor about corruption pampesa and another Danquah Akuffo Addo. Why? Because some of this is a name that I said that one years can over won't miss Sam and saying we will intentionally hot projects. Near man at the while for years, so that we can revalue it and spend the money. I don't another year. So to me, if you ask me, he's one of the worst presidents in Ghana. Why? Because corruption, you know, so I'm a chat on quite a federal or Shemuma. And send the job on crap, and I'm not the region. That's why we need to also start a new project and chop some. Yeah, Papa make a chrono for new project in the bar, we will value it, put our money in it, chrono now, and to only set a new project. I want to win all project to and it's and I mean, we feel so sad. Question is when Ghana, when? And the being leader or watching Pamo Mino. So, no way, me, so project, no, okay. If you know the number of uncompleted projects, what Ghana, uncompleted projects, so also back in Boma, I can assure you and I can tell in confidence, the value knows to check Ghana car idea. Yeah. The total debt and then we come say Ghana, you say you're typical, mechanical, or manage one. Yeah, I am a fire free. You know, you got to get any of another form. Any form. Why? Because on one way, I'm going to mean change my forecast in the next 3 months. That's Ghana we have now. We can't even pay workers. I only 1 million. You mean for the next 3 months in this country. And then Addo Danquah Akuffo Addo. What I say? And yet, the same old stuff. The same strategy, the same colonial Mamashatua, Abai community, real Ghana, Nana, the crowd was just born the pampers and what home. It is so sad in Ghana. What I say, and to Mr. Papa Bomia Kate, I'm not surprised. Because to the initiative project, they can't chop the money. And when they come first with it, and over here, who they also carry the cost of just come on the carton of salt to come and spend your home. Or because the species studies or more, ayi omo mo be check plan stay ye church omo wo mi na no be do he say oh cathedral kwa do ye architect drawing
3 million
I will come Dubai you no kwa design be kan for kwano wo say we are that you know ye how many dollars a man
30 million
can you imagine there's no project in the world now that's how to answer economy is so much and then yes disappointed in another Danquah Akuffo Addo and nano papa Martin pebu e dey reho to bomb ni bi salom open ni power ye comfort ne and another Danquah Akuffo Addo and yes I'm not supposed to be part of because so as enforce penny o traffic mama fire na nka no yeah we na carry for town and to walk us from that can perspective are you right but in the law perspective ne there you before because as a lawyer no you be me an kon oh yes you be victimizing no that's why you wo mu bia wa no kasa na ye tata it's so wrong and the papa bomia yeah man abaso do mo ye the crown na no mudu so ye because you don't just cut salt and just going around cutting salt na ebi duo mo just dey ma ja guo san na me ibu say adan dey ya enye asantefo na no so mo ni bre because it is obvious so abaya otisu onye na so obebo wo mo
okay me da say papa Mr. Tepe ye do ewie ye bre no I bre in a minute now for yes sorry so find out with
I like the passion of my brother because
yeah Reverend Thomas
nenia bre na the internet nenia bre is opomani ye
yeah
but ejuma na ya amamo ejuma no emotions na ye de ye no doors chen yakoma na ye de ye no nti obi ba mu a